All right. Let's see. You are the Genji. Okay. Wait, that's the wrong hero. All right. Let me just like DM him real quick, actually. You can't hear me that well? Um, huh. Are you sure? It's better? Okay, it's fine. Cool. All right. So, doing a replay review for this Genji here. All right, Battlefield of Eternity. You guys have like way better race, although Hanzo's pretty good at racing too. But you should be fine. Convection, of course. I don't remember when the right talent is. Oh, Vala's not going Q build. Okay, so your race actually isn't better. That's a problem. Not going to bed, gonna watch me. Okay, I might play more games after this, but I'm at least gonna do one replay review. Here, I might do one or two more after this. Okay, so I don't know. I feel like I should just talk about Genji conceptually, and like you basically play him like a ranged assassin, and he's really similar to Greymane, I think, in that like you just have to know when to go in, and like how to use deflect is like the main thing. So like sitting in a bush, if somebody face checks you, like you can't actually do anything to them. So I think you want to be playing more up in the lane and just like poking this Ariel with autos this whole time. Um, so here, I know you actually like put this replay in the channel like a while back, so I'm actually gonna like go a little bit in detail with this and do like a little bit more micro fight analysis because I meant to replay or review this replay like a while ago. So yeah, like you can already, you don't want to step up directly against like Hanzo especially, but also Kael'thas can be a little sketchy. But like you can be like behind minions here and just poking the Ariel if you were just like kind of like in between where, like basically sort of near where Vala is. Morales is like not next to Vala, which is also weird. But yeah, you guys could have probably just like bursted her here. So here what I would do is like jump on her with your trait and then just like shotgun her with the Qs and deflect almost immediately after that for whatever follow-up damage that the Hanzo and KT are going to try and put on you. It's probably going to be KT bomb and just Hanzo on autos and probably a Q. But I think if Muradin jumps in and stuns and you and the Vala auto attack her like enough times, I think you can E. She'll probably be right around here at that point, assuming she gets stunned by a Muradin Q. And you can probably kill her, and then you can either dash up or down as an escape. And by that time, your trait should probably be close to off cooldown, so you can just like dash down, run this way, and then if they're trying to like rotate around and catch you, you can just run over here and then leap back over the wall. So you have to just like know when to be aggressive, and like you just have to like flip the switch. And your time to be aggressive is basically however long you can it really depends on cooldowns. So it's entirely on how long your trait cooldown is, how long your deflect cooldown is, and whether you can get a kill with Swift Strike, and how long their CC cooldowns are. So like they have Kael'thas stun, and then they have Diablo charge. So as long as you're positioning for the Diablo to not charge, and you want to generally not be in melee so that he can't flip you, you can pretty much be as aggressive as you want, assuming you can sidestep a Kael'thas stun. So here, obviously, like sidestep up, you deflect it. That's fine too. Like you can use deflect like this, especially if you just know that you're going to get hit by something. But at this point, once you press deflect, like you can't then like that ends your aggression for the next like 10 seconds at least. So at this point, if you wanted to like really pressure the Ariel, like you gave up the ability to pressure her. So it's just like a level 1 Kael'thas, you know. So I would have maybe just taken the chunk on the Flame Strike there, but you also just generally want to use your trait over deflect for avoidable damage like this, where you could have easily just nudge yourself upward with the trait if you're going to get hit like that, because you can still be aggressive with trait on cooldown, but you really can't without deflect. So yeah, this is good. You just pump damage into a safe target pretty much. Your autos do ridiculous damage, and so you can just like pressure people that way, and they can't really out heal your damage. And you're so safe that like they can never really punish you for dealing the damage either. So you can't really get zoned very easily. Oh, that feels bad. Yeah, you deflect the living bomb, that's good. This is just really awkward positioning from your whole team, I think. And they're all like chunked to half HP, so. Ooh, Vala, no. Alright, you kind of just want to like restabilize in the lane here. Yeah, using Deflect that gut is kind of aggressive. Ooh. Okay, let me rewatch that back. I think you actually could get this kill if you didn't deflect like that. So, you go to tap here. I can't tell. Oh, I do think you do get hit by that. That's kind of unfortunate. But yeah, okay, so now you can literally just, like, Hanzo cannot kill you right now. You are 100% going to get a kill on this Hanzo. Ariel just used up all her hope. So, like, you get in close here, you can have already chunked him once or twice with Q. You don't use any Qs in that. So he would already be dead if you just Q'd him, like, twice. And then you could just EE or EE, depending on whichever you think is safer. You could even go up, actually, but that's a little bit sketchy because of Diablo. I don't know what his charge cooldown is, but I would probably go backwards here. I would probably go backwards and then look to just jump over the wall. You could also jump first and then dash to get over the wall. Kind of depends on how threatened you feel. If you feel like immediately threatened, dashing is better. But if you feel like they're not immediately going to kill you, you can cyber agility and then dash if you need to afterwards. So I think you just missed shurikening this guy. And the deflect, I think, was actually fine. So you get one there, but it only hits one. It's just kind of a mechanical misplay. That one only also gets one. So yeah, if you had just gotten those earlier when you had pretty much 1 or 2 free ones hits on him, and then do you get it here for the kill? Or you just get it with autos, I think. Or maybe 1 or 2 Qs. I can't tell. But I think you could have lived there if you had just, like, used your burst, whatever, faster, so that you get the kill sooner and then you can get out sooner, right? So see, with Vala not going Q build, you guys can't do the camp that easily is the problem. And Vala's top for some reason as well, which is really strange. Huh. I'm trying to think of how you guys should play the Immortal. I do think you maybe defend it. That's a tough call. Because Genji Shuriken shotguns and just Vala's auto attack DPS itself is like still pretty strong, and they only have Hanzo mainly. Ooh, that was close. I'd have to rewatch that. Here, let's just do it anyway. Why not? I don't think you guys want to fight down here because you have Vala top, but you can fight when you're one person down as Genji. Okay. So you're getting damage onto Diablo. You can't walk here is the problem. That's obviously like problem number one. Is you get charged and flipped. This protect, you only see Diablo and Ariel at this point. So what are you deflecting? Diablo just used everything and Ariel does no damage. So I think this deflect doesn't really get much value. Does it say how much? 3 damage, 300 damage, because that was like a Hanzo auto there. So I would have waited maybe just like 1 or 2 seconds until you saw the Hanzo to deflect. And then now you would deflect, well, that Q that missed, but in theory hits you. At this point, I think you E him, you Q back towards yourself, and then you E and jump over the wall. And you just have to do that very fast. So you have to E and then know that you're going to turn around to get the Q and auto, because you can auto Q and burst him down. But he's going to jump away, so I think this might just be unlucky that he jumps away right as you do that. Yeah, okay, so you do recognize that correctly. So this is kind of the problem of Genji, is like if that happens, now you're in trouble. And now is when you would especially want to have potentially saved deflect, so that's why I don't like doing it. If I'm potentially going to try and go aggressive, is using it like that. So you're just autoing this guy. You have to be running this whole time. Like you're not ever going to kill Diablo. He's way too healthy, especially with an Ariel next to him. So you have to be like autoing and just like running this whole time. And you basically have 2 options. You can either run and just try and jump over the wall and hope that you don't die, or you can run this way and just try and stall out your E cooldown and your deflect cooldown and use those to live by like juking them. I think this is just safer. Oh, you use it there to not even get over the wall and then get stunned, and he's gonna flip you into this Kael'thas, isn't he? Oh, he doesn't have it. Okay. This is still sketchy. They're going on the Kael'thas. I'm curious as to whether you go Shuriken Mastery or Strike here. I don't think this is a Dragon Claw game. So you just used agility, but you're gonna have these in like 2 seconds. So I think seeing that you have Artanis and Muradin on the Kael'thas here, oh, you probably can't kill him, can you? I think I just keep autoing the Diablo here and split the focus because they're too separated for Ariel to hear both right now. So you can probably kill one of them. I think she's going to prioritize healing the Kael'thas. So I don't think he's going to die. That's pretty much exactly what happens. So now I think if you would have just... You need to just get better at stutter stepping, I think is an important thing, because you could totally have killed this Diablo here. Sartanis is looking for a swap. You could potentially still kill Kael'thas here. You're going to have to E and then Q backwards and shotgun the Kael'thas. And then you're probably going to have to deflect a Hanzo scatter that he's going to do right off this wall, likely, to try and hit you. And if you deflect those, you can probably kill Kael'thas. So using deflect offensively for kill pressure is pretty important. You missed the swap, it looks like. Oh, you still go in on that. Okay, this is a little bit deep on the Swift Strike. Because now you can't get the kill because the shurikens are going to hit this Hanzo, it looks like. Yeah. Okay, you can still... Ooh. Sad. But you're going to get the charges in literally half a second. And he just used Kael'thas stun, and you have deflect up. So you are invincible right now. You can totally kill at least the Hanzo. You deflect early. They have no damage. You are totally fine. Kael'thas is out of mana. You're totally fine. You need to just auto Q, and this guy's like dead. And then you can jump out. Then you just like run down and jump out. But you get scared. So you're so healthy. That only blocked 200 damage, right? Getting deflect value is huge. So if you just save deflect for like, you just tank a tower shot or 2 when you use the deflect, if you want to secure a kill, or potentially go for the Kael'thas also, like you're invincible at that point with those cooldowns. And that allows you to be so much more aggressive. you can't really solo this is the problem. And if your team's not going to come help you, yeah, not much you can do about that. You just want to go burn the Immortal at this point, especially if they're going to sit bottom. I like this positioning. You can scout for your Vala, kind of like anchoring, but you're also very safe with your mobility and deflect. So you guys should win this Immortal second phase. I like sitting here. This is good. Oh, you can totally go up and poke them. Poke this Ariel. This Ariel is the most forward person on our team right now. I don't think you could have killed her, but you could have chunked her down and made her play a lot safer. Yeah, you should have just been doing this whole time. Nice. All right, good. Yeah, you gotta play a little careful here. Again, I think you're using deflect a little bit too early there. This is why I was like a little bit afraid of doing a Genji replay when I hadn't played Genji in a while, because I wasn't sure exactly how true the Genji like micro focus was. I didn't see what talent you did go strike at heart. Okay. I think that's harder to use. Personally, I still think like Shuriken Mastery is probably better for most players, just for the playstyle of it. But if you just want to do this as like practicing it or whatever, I think that's fine too. So if I'm you in this scenario and I don't have anything, I think I just back off and go to focus the Immortal. I'm curious as to why you think you can get this kill. Because, like, you can trade with him, but realistically, what does killing him do for you is kind of the question. It's really risky, and it's like high risk, low reward, basically, when you can just get, like, guaranteed value off getting the Immortal. So he's really scared of you for some reason. He plays a scatter. If he literally just scatters this wall, you're just, like, instantly dead. He misses a Q also, which potentially would have killed you. So you deflect to try and block the Q, which is probably fair at the health you're at. But at this point, you just have to like E right here. You just have to just walk towards this wall and just E over as soon as your deflect is over. You can't really realistically kill him. Your only other option is to E the Diablo and try and burst him down with your Q charges and your Artanis, and then try and E and then like E again, and then go burn the Immortal. But that's also pretty sketchy. So I think you should have given up on trying to kill the Hanzo. But you're going for it anyway. Yeah, it's just unfortunate. You kind of don't know that the Kael'thas is there until it's too late, but I think that's mostly just like teamfight target prioritization. I think I mispronounced that still anyway. But like the Diablo was an easier kill there than the Hanzo. And so if you were going to try and get the Hanzo, like you could E and then E back maybe or something, but this puts you in a lot safer positioning in the meantime. Whereas if you're trying to kill the Hanzo, like you can potentially still get collapsed on, A, from this direction, which obviously happened, but also from Diablo potentially charging you and stunning you or something, or just being annoying. So yeah, kind of unfortunate, but you guys are totally still in this game, so I like that you're like communicating your team like how to play the map too. It's actually pretty important that I don't really do that often. Okay, so the wrong person on your team went top, but that's okay. It should probably be Artanis going top, but that's okay. Let's see, against their team, Dodge is really good against Hanzo. But I think deflect cooldown is also really strong. They have a lot of like sustained damage. They have scatter arrows. They have Nazebo ticking damage and spiders and stuff. They have Diablo flame thingies. So I think you could go either one of these talents. Shield is just generally not that good because like you don't really want a shield, whereas this is offensive and defensive, and this lets you also play a lot more aggressively. Whereas this is kind of like purely defensive. And this is pretty much only if you think the Kael'thas is going to be blowing you up, but realistically that shouldn't be happening. You can already block most of his damage just with deflect. So I think either one of these is fine this game. Either dodge or perfect defense. It kind of depends on who you want to choose as a target. I didn't say they had no race. I said the problem was Vala didn't go Q build. They would have definitely had better race if Vala went Q build, and they could have taken the camp earlier in the game. I don't remember what talent tier Artanis has his race talent. I thought it was 4, so maybe he didn't take it, but maybe it's 7, but maybe it's 1. I don't remember. But I thought it was 1. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Anyway, um, against Hanzo, if they're going the wrong talents, they're going to lose the race. But Genji, Artanis, Vala should win the race if they're going the right talents. Um, it's 1, yeah. Is it amateur opponent? That's what I thought. So, uh, in this scenario of this game, I think Hanzo is gonna potentially outrace them in a pure race scenario, but actually if Genji can just chunk the immortal, it's probably fine if he can shotgun it the whole time. But anyway. So I'm kind of like not worrying about the race. The point was in that scenario, like they had won the first half of the immortal, and so he could have gone to just, I say race, but it's really just burn the immortal. That's maybe the better term to use. In that whole fighting was he could just back off and go burn the immortal and just get guaranteed value off winning the immortal instead of trying to go for kills. And again, it was high risk, low reward basically. Anyway, continuing on. So I think going either one of these talents is fine. Either dodge or perfect defense. It kind of depends on who you want to be focusing as your kill target. Nazeebo is going to have Ice Block, or he should go Ice Block. Ariel is going to be able to also Ice Block them a second time, and then Kale, he doesn't have mana shield, but I still think I would prioritize dodge and going for the Hanzo, because once you can follow Hanzo over walls really easily because you have 2 ability skills that go over walls, and so I think Hanzo is your primary kill target. So I think I would probably go dodge. But perfect defense is fine here too. I think either one is fine. You go perfect defense, that's fine. Okay. So your Muradin died, and your Artanis is about to die. So you're going to be 2-on-4 and with a Morales, so you actually can't do anything. So at this point, I would just go top. I need to slow this down. You shouldn't be that close up to Diablo. Yeah, you deflected there, doing no defense. So that's where you would want to have deflect, is when Diablo flips you. You could have maybe played a little bit more aggressively there and potentially killed one of them. All right. You should not E onto this. Do not E. You need to trait and then just hit him with Qs and autos. And you E for the kill secure. Okay, you're going for the Ariel. That's fine too. This guy is 100% dead right now, but the Ariel is fine too. Oh, Diablo's like way down here. All right, well, these fights are so bizarre. Okay. You can... Oh my gosh, this fight positioning makes no sense. I don't know who your kill target is in this fight because it's changed like as more people just keep popping their head out of a different corner of my screen. So, you have 3 Q charges. Hanzo can leap over this wall, but that's the only real escape he has. I think you pump damage into Diablo first and then go for the Hanzo, and she's like, your Artanis should zone off the Ariel from saving them with any sort of healing. And I don't know who she has crown on right now. It looks like nobody. That seems like a wrong answer, but I don't see Ariel's crown. Unless it's like underneath Galahas? No, I can't see. Anyway, so Ariel's not going to be able to heal anyone. So I think you probably can't straight up kill Diablo. Maybe. Depends on how much damage Muradin does. Muradin went, give him the axe. It's possible. You could kill the Diablo. It's bronze, by the way. Fights are weird. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, there's kind of like not a wrong choice in this fight, actually. That's pretty true. Like, you could have probably gone and killed the Ariel here if you aimed the shotguns correctly and used deflect on the tower. You could probably kill Hanzo, you could probably kill Diablo. Realistically, you're just looking for like 1 or 2 kills here, and then you're fine. You're already ahead in experience, and then you guys can... Well, they're going to get this camp, probably. I think that's actually the deciding factor, is this camp. I think I kill the Hanzo so that I prioritize getting the camp. He got that faster than I expected on that capture. I like that you trait away from the Diablo, though, just in case, so he can't stun you or anything. I still think this is fine, even if you lose the camp. He's just literally going to run at you. Yeah, you definitely need to, like, stutter step better and use auto Q. Just, like, spam Qs. Like, when they're like this, you just got to Q him in the face, and he'll be just chunked, dead. Like, you just let him get away. There you go. One more. Okay, well, you just auto him, but that's fine. So assuming you would have gotten the reset off that by, well, that's a tough call. I'm not sure whether you should cyber agility there. That's a really tough call. I liked it when you did it, but then seeing that the Hanzo almost gets away, like, and then you don't get any reset, it feels kind of bad. So maybe what I would have done, maybe the correct play is to cyber agility up, because that's the only escape path that Hanzo has, and you're already blocking this one, which he has to run all the way over here and then leap over the wall from Muradin and kind of Artanis coming down. So he's realistically going to go over this wall and into you. So I think you should have cyber agility back this way and looked to round and cut off the Hanzo like over here, or just staying in this bush sort of and like letting your tanks block him off. But that's a tough call. Like, I think you technically misplayed the fight, like in theory or whatever, from like pure optimal how that fight should have gone. But that fight was so hard to make the correct decision that like I don't fault you for that in the slightest. You can definitely still kill this guy. Oh, that's a little bit sad. All right, you can't kill him anymore. You can definitely just clear this camp and go take your own camp. And maybe the top one. Yeah, Ariel should definitely be dead here. I kind of don't like using E like that if it's not definitely like wave clear. This is Alarak's gameplay, yeah. This is not my gameplay. I'm doing a replay review for him since he asked for it for Genji. I don't like using E because you kind of just straight up miss a kill on the Ariel here, but it's hard to know that ahead of time. But unless it's just like really clear that I'm not gonna ever have a kill chance in like the next 10 seconds, I generally don't try and E. Unless I also really need it for wave clear or something, but you definitely want... Oh, nice. Okay, you're pretty chunked, but you guys can definitely win the Immortal, I think. Even going weird, wrong talents, kind of. You go Dragon Blade. I definitely think that's correct. It's hard to explain why I think Dragon Blade is correct, but the damage output from it is actually insane. X-Strike feels redundant to me in Genji's kit. Like, you have so many ways to save yourself already that let you play so aggressively that X-Strike, like, I feel like it's unnecessary and redundant. Like, if you're playing Genji correctly, you shouldn't really need this. And, like, yeah, it lets you play even more aggressive to have an extra button, but to a certain extent, like, if you only had buttons that made you safe, at that point, you would only have auto attacks to kill people, right, as Genji? So, you kind of need damage output at the same time, and I think the damage output from this is really important, and the additional, like, safety of this kind of, like, it loses value the more of it you have, and you already have so much baseline that I think Dragon Blade is the way to go for most games, I think. And also the level 20 talent is insane, so. I'm not sure why you're backing off, because Genji and Kel'Thas are totally dead right now, if you're just walking up and hitting them in the face. You got stim droned. Interesting. Well, you should definitely E onto this Ariel, prioritize killing the Kel'Thas, and then probably killing the Ariel, and then I would just Dragon Blade the two squishies, and just avoid Diablo for as long as possible. But I just want to E to get away from Diablo. Alright, he didn't stun you because the Diablo's bad. There we go. Kill him. Kill him. Kill him. That was a good protect. Oh, dash. Wait, why aren't you chasing this guy? Alright. You can be so much more aggressive. Your team got the kill anyway, but you gotta be bloodthirsty. You gotta have like bullseyes, targets over people's heads in your eyes. Yeah, X-Strike is good for like blow up comps or just like comps that are like more like pick heavy comps or like really, really, really hard engage like wombo dive comps and stuff. Like you can use it if you need it because if you just like get chunked at the start of a fight, then you're basically playing every fight as a 4v5 and that's really bad. So that's when X-Strike can be okay, but um so when the Immortal has its like AoE circle thing in the close range, not these little circles, but the close range one, you can still you don't want to waste E, but you can generally use your cyber agility more like liberally. So you could have walked in there, gotten the shotgun Qs going, and then cyber agility out of the circle, and then auto attack on the way back in while your Q is recharging, just to get the cooldown ticking sooner and getting the damage output. Because if you had gotten the 3 shotguns, this would probably have been dead, and maybe like 1 or 2 more autos. And then your Morales wouldn't be playing so far back, and your Artanis probably wouldn't either, and you would just like be able to collapse in on them a lot better here. I definitely prioritize going for this Ariel here. Like the thing is, you would probably kill it, like, and then you would vault out. But depending on when you see them come into vision, you might want to vault or cyber agility, like towards the Ariel, and then just like, honestly, at that point, Morales can kill it with an auto attack to finish it off or whatever. Even if it's at 100 HP, it doesn't need to be finished off. But you can definitely kill Ariel if she's this split from her team. Her positioning here is insane. Yeah, I wouldn't even prioritize the Immortal at this point. I would just leap onto her as much as possible and just start chunking her with autos. She's going to try and push you away. So you kind of just have to sidestep it, pretty much. But now you don't have E, you don't have Dragon Blade. Yeah, you can't walk up into melee range of Diablo. That's going to happen. Alright. E, there you go. Nice. Cool. Looks like the Immortal's going bottom again. Yeah. It's weird, I would have thought it would have gone top. You're wave clearing. You need mana. Okay, good. I like the tap for mana. It's good recognition that you still need it. So, your priority is not structure damage. Your priority is hero damage, because if Hei lands a swap or something, that person should pretty much die. Because they don't have Ariel with them, and... Oh, you actually got the end damage. Nice. Alright, you can totally kill this guy. You just need, like, 2 Qs. He's gonna probably die to the laser. You basically just need to cyber agility so that Diablo doesn't stun you. I'm trying to think what's the best direction to do that, because you do want to get the shotguns off. So I think you shotgun for 1 second here, and then I actually just walk backwards. Like, I walk towards the laser here. I walk backwards so that he's going to charge you this way. And then, at that point, the laser probably has to finish him off. That's tough. Because there's really no good direction for you to cyber agility here. This is kind of too aggressive. I'm not sure that I would have recognized that I could have potentially gotten a kill here. But you have to be really careful. Oh, the Diablo's not going to kill you. Okay, you can just cyber agility in, like, right here, and just kill him with, like, 1 or 2 more autos. Nice. Perfect. That was great. Alright, you definitely are not going to dive past this wall, even though you have Dragon Blade and stuff. That's too crazy. Alright. That deflect is fine. You're going Shingon here. Stim Drone is really funny on you, but I love it. I think he maybe could have gone on the Ariel there. Which talent did she go? Did she go Aegis or Resurrect? She went Resurrect. Okay. You probably definitely should have gone on Ariel there, but I think it's fine. Because I would have probably assumed that she went Aegis, and if she went Aegis, then diving in on her is crazy, but whatever. Your 4v5, diving a keep. This Dragon Blade feels a little bit iffy, and like they have Morales at full, and they're not really chunked. Like, you generally want a Dragon Blade when people are like below 50% HP or whatever. And it's really good at finishing people off, because if you're not getting E resets, like, it's hard to finish people off. So this is just like gets them down from 50 to like 10 to 20%, and then you can finish them off with ease. Get it? I didn't mean to do that. It was unintentional, but it's cool. Anyway, so I think that was a little bit over aggressive. And if you had focused the damage onto the Ariel, probably could have killed her. It looks like you can Ian kill this Diablo and then get out. Especially after that. Oh, she dies. He dies before you go in. Do you go in? No, okay. Now you want to back off. I like the mounting up. That's good. That's a lot of pings, man. Alright, there's Diablo again. See, at this point, I would be wanting to play down here and focusing the back line. Even though you're probably going to kill Diablo here. Like, these are the important targets to kill. Diablo is not that important to kill in a fight. So, I guess it's fine. Oh, I think you maybe could have killed him. You could have deflected into that tower range there. Possibly killed the Kel'Thas and then just cyber agility'd out. Not sure if you missed the damage on Swift Strikes there. Not sure what happened there, but that's fine. That was good. Your Vol is insane. Alright. You should definitely do the camp. You probably... Oh, you have tap. You can tap and then do the camp. Or tap or over here after doing the camp. Oh, you don't need to hearth. Oh, nice. Okay. Cool. That's fine. So yeah, now you guys pretty much just burn the Immortal. You don't need to wave clear this. You're not a wave clear hero. Okay. I don't think you can kill Nizibo either. Alright. So yeah, you just should have been down here like 5-10 seconds earlier, I think. Ooh, this is a really aggressive Dragon Blade. Oh, going over that wall. I'm pretty sure you didn't mean to do that. That's kind of unfortunate. Can pump damage into Kel'Thas. Gotta be careful. Good deflect. Still gotta be careful. I would just E away. Okay, that was a little bit sketchy because you waited a while on that one. Now you're pinging your team back. Yeah, so it would have been a lot better if you guys could have gotten that halftime, and then... I'm not sure whether you guys should prioritize the Immortal. I think if you're going to look to fight, like, your team has to be aware of it, right? So that was kind of like half your team is racing the Immortal, half your team is fighting, and that's how you generally have problems on this map. Good pumping damage into the Immortal. I think just defending is fine. You guys have a solid lead. Murden's trying to suicide. Alright. I like that you are still kind of like looking to help defend him. Oh, going for a free kill on Nizibo. That's fine too. Pretty sure you're going to go final cut here, right? Yeah, okay. And then probably Dragon Blade at 20. Okay. So Ariel has full hope. None of them are really chunked. You've got an Immortal pushing. You don't have Artanis with you. Huh. But you do have Dragon Blade. I do think you guys can fight this. Does Murden go Avatar? He does. I think you guys can definitely fight this. I think Murden needs to just get on the backline of like Kel'Thas, Ariel, Hanzo, and whoever he stuns, you can pretty much just go on and just like straight kill them, I think. I would just pump damage into Kel'Thas. He's probably going to stun you, and he's probably going to expect you to run backwards, so he's probably going to fire it this way, so I would sidestep this way. If you sidestep the wrong direction and it looks like you're going to get hit, you can really quickly just be prepared to cyber agility the opposite direction of where you're juking, so that you can basically juke both directions at the same time, and you shouldn't get hit by a stun, is what I'm saying. And then he only has W and Q, and you can obviously just walk out of Q and W a deflect a W. A living bomb, and so Kel'Thas should actually be able to do 0 damage to you, and you can just pump autos into him until you see a good moment to Dragon Blade and Swift Strike, and just pump Qs into him, and probably just like clean up this team fight. Assuming your team is actually going to go in here, which they probably won't, because they're probably going to get really scared of this dragon, but they can actually just like walk up and then just walk in, I think, for the most part. Okay, again, I think a little bit early on the Dragon Blade, but I like the idea. Ooh. Got E up. E. Okay. I don't know why the patient's on that E, but it scared me that she was going to get away. Alright, you're fine. You guys can definitely take top camp and their bruisers. Yeah. I think I like going for their bruisers first. That's definitely the higher priority one to do. I think just taking top camp is fine too if you guys are a little bit afraid of this. Because you didn't really have that long of timers, but yeah, that's fine. You got top camp out of it anyway. You can just back off, pump damage in. E. Okay, late. Alright, it's fine, worked out anyway. You got out with Sabragili? That was good. I don't think you can kill him without E, so you have to be really careful there. That guy should die. E out. Okay. You're fine. You just gotta hug Morales for a bit. You guys should go get your camp. There's only, you only need to send like one person down to defend that. And it's definitely not you, because you do 0 damage to this. I think, how much mana do you have? You're fine. You do need to tap though, so I think I would have prioritized helping this camp, tapped, and then tried to just be on the Immortal sooner. Because you lost a lot of time by going bottom. Using E like that is super scary. Looks like you guys are winning this race though. Alright, as soon as he gets knocked back, you are not engaging anymore. You're waiting out for Murden to engage, so you're definitely just gonna like rotate down here and just pump damage in this. Basically where Vala is right now. And you're just gonna try and win the race. Oh, they're gonna fight anyway. Again, I think early on the Dragon Blade, but I like the aggression from it, but like now you'd want to have Dragon Blade so you can chase down the Hanzo and be pumping damage into him outside of Q, I think. Oh, are you going for that? Okay, I like it. I love it. You guys can actually just end. I hope you do end. Vala's bottom for no reason. Kill secured. Oh, that E was aggressive. Okay. I think Immortal should be able to kill that on its own. Yeah, okay. Alright. Well, that was a pretty good game. Hey, you got MVP. I think you played that pretty well. I think it's mostly like if you just get better at stutter stepping and just focus on shotgunning more with Qs. Like I think your target selection, your like positioning in fights is like pretty good. Other than that, I think you're mostly fine. You can also just like I think wait a tiny bit more, just like 1 or 2 more seconds on using Dragon Blade in fights. And that's mostly I think that's the problem with like playing in bronze is like if you see 5 people clumped, you think immediately that a team fight is going to happen like that very second. Whereas like in my games, like people will be 5 clumped together and we're just going to poke each other for like a solid 45 seconds before someone engages. And so if you just raw Dragon Blade then, it's just like you just wasted the cooldown for no reason. So you really have to know that like a team fight is happening and we've committed before pressing Dragon Blade. And so that's I think the problem that you're going to find as you go higher up is like pressing Dragon Blade like that is like at a certain point you'll be pressing it and then in a team fight will just it like looks like it's going to happen and then everybody just like shies away and backs off after just like poking each other for like 1 round of spells, you know. And so yeah, wait a little bit on the Dragon Blades. Be a little bit more mindful of deflects. And that's a hard thing to do is just like but basically just recognize where their damage is going to come from and like what the rhythm of it is really important and like that's a lot of just like knowing cooldowns, which is hard to do, but you kind of just get a feel for it, I think, by playing Genji a lot more. Yeah. Other than that, I think it was pretty good. I can try playing another Genji game. I was gonna buy this skin. Or here, actually, first I can just go over that game that I just played. And I can just like look at this as like a demonstration, I guess. But yeah, stutter stepping is huge on Genji, because you can cancel his autos after only like the first shuriken fires, as long as you've input the attack, and just start moving for the rest. So he has really good stutter stepping, and he chunks people, dude. His autos do so much damage. It's actually crazy. So I just position up, basically. I want to avoid getting chunked by people jumping in like this and just the general, just like people throwing skill shots in the middle here. I want to look for their backline and be able to poke them down. So you generally want to be on like the opposite side of wherever their engages. So like if I see Brightwing top, I generally would prefer to have been below Junkrat here, so that the Brightwing would have to walk at me to be able to polymorph me. And I could then just back up and avoid it, and just have gotten damage out traded for free. So it's pretty much just poking with Q a lot. And I'm just trying to put pressure out so that I peel for our Ariel that got pushed in. Now I'm going bottom. I just E over the wall here because I wasn't sure if somebody might be in that bush trying to gank me. And I think the only person we didn't see on the map right now was Greymane, but yeah, I just wanted to rotate safely. I could have walked in the bush and then just like dashed away if I had to, but I also used it just to rotate a little bit faster. You don't want to get slowed by the thing. And it's going to be off cooldown, and I have mana that regens anyway, so it's fine. So you can see here, I'm literally just autoing this guy like over and over and over again, and he can't do anything about it. This whole lane uses up essence, and I can just keep pumping damage into him. This is where he takes like 2 extra tower shots because he walked into tower range before doing that, and then yeah, almost got the kill there, but not quite. And so I just tap to make sure I'm topped off, and then I just go back to pumping damage into him. I do have to wave clear, and so I'm generally just trying to kill mage minions and stuff like that. As soon as he's in range, though, I'm just pumping damage into him, because if he's not in my lane and he has to recall or something, then that's how I get an experience advantage. Because I'm not a solo laner, right? Dahaka is, so this is the way to beat him, is pump out more damage than he can deal to you. Sidestep that drag again. Pump more damage. Prioritizing it over minions, because realistically, structure damage doesn't matter, it's experience that matters. I noticed that instead of like walking up in sort of mid-range and dragging me, that time he kept walking closer to me as I was trying to juke back and forth. And so once he got in melee range, then that's like, okay, I probably can't dodge a drag at that point, so that's why I E, is because I don't want to get dragged. So I just play safe. Make sure that I'm not going to die in my solo lane, make sure I soak all the experience. Immediately again, I'm just autoing like constantly this game. That's how I output like so much damage. Because you see, 3 of my Qs hitting, my Qs are doing 79 damage each, and my autos do like 56 right now. I'll see next time I auto somebody. 56, 82, 56, 82. So compared to hitting all 3 shurikens on somebody, I'm basically hitting, whenever I auto, I'm hitting 2 out of 3 shurikens on somebody. So I'm like still chunking them, right? And I'm doing this for free and a lot quicker and not on charges and not costing mana. So I see that she was going to jump on me, so that's when I eat or whatever. I got knocked into the Dahaka, so I dashed away again because I just wanted to play safe. And I'm literally just playing like I'm a Vala, right? I'm just auto-attacking, playing back, auto-attacking for the most part. I'm just a poke hero. This is really unsafe. As soon as I saw that trap, you see I pinged it, and then I step into the other trap. And I called that out on voice while we were in the game as well, which is good to point out. And so, again, they have like no way of getting on me. I'm super safe, so I just play in this backline this whole time. Poking their backline, making sure they can't capture this as much as I can. They had already started capturing it, unfortunately, but just pumping damage. Like, I was literally so far away from my whole team for like a solid like 10-15 seconds, and I've taken like 400 damage. And didn't use any of my cooldowns as well. Just pumping damage. I E because I don't want to go in that bush because I already know he was placing traps in there. And so he could potentially have a root trap in that bush and potentially then knock me back into somewhere bad. And then I can maybe get polymorphed or something and blown up before I can actually escape. So I just E before I get in the bush, and I E over the wall because I don't want to step into the bush. I think I should have gone top to defend here because defending mid is like the least important thing. I don't think I needed to E there, but I did just to be safe. I also don't have mana, so I'm needing to play a little safe here, but I'm just putting damage in, trying to get the shotguns on the dude. As soon as I get knocked back, I realize I have to recall. And my team is there to finish it off. I have to wait in here for mana a little bit. I have tap up soon, so I don't need absolutely full mana, because I can go down to like half and then tap and get most of it back. Pump damage in again. I should have positioned better so that my shotguns were actually hitting the priority target there. We'll just rotate down and take this. It's really sad not being able to take this camp for most of this game, but it's fine. So yeah, like there's where I would use Swift Strike for wave clear. It's generally when you can hit like at least like 5 or 6 minions with it, get actually decent value out of using that cooldown. But also that we were so far back there that we weren't going to engage. Oh, this is where I called Dahaka was in the bush. So I rotated around to make sure he wasn't trying to get away here, but still got him. I got pushed towards the Brightwing, which was nice. And then I'm just cutting back, making sure I can hit my Qs here. I didn't want to get caught walking into their tank line or dragged or anything, so I flipped over the wall. This is where we hit 10. But my team is like low mana, doesn't have cooldowns. We just spent chasing the Brightwing and the Dahaka and used a whole bunch of stuff, so we don't really want to engage here, especially after Ariel gets dragged. But I chunked the Greymane hard enough that I can E and Dragon Blade and kill him. So I Dragon Blade first, which is, I think, not correctly how you're supposed to do that, but whatever. I should have... This is just bad. This is just like the wrong direction. I should have definitely queued towards this, and I could have hit the Dahaka. But I think I missed one more here, actually. Yeah. And then he pushes me towards him, sort of. But, okay, here I'm going to E and try and get this kill, which is 100% kill secure, and then I could E and possibly get the Dahaka, too. And maybe then finish off the Urel. But she Qs me like the split second that I charge, so I just like barely move. There. Like I literally move like 2 feet. This is so sad. And then I walk into the trap with that activates underneath me as I'm cyber agilating to try and catch up so that I can get the Qs to finish him off. And that traps me in midair. And he still secures the kill, but like, gosh, that was annoying. I missed out on like 2 kills there because of that, because I probably could have killed the Urel and the Dahaka if that had gone just like a split second differently. Oh yeah, I E'd there for wave clear. I think I hit like 5 minions from it. Need mana again. Just want to position aggressively, poke them out over the objective as much as I can. These team fights were always kind of messy. So right wing's gonna Emerald Winds here. I think I want to be able to hit this gray main, but I really can't, can I? I think I end up mostly going for the Junkrat underneath. Sort of, yeah. And then the back line. And this is where I just try and output damage and then deflect and get out safe. And then this is where I definitely should have... I, for some reason, thought I could like shotgun the tire and kill it, but like that was really dumb. I should have just jumped over the wall. Probably could have ran away, but yeah, that was silly. And that was like the only death that I had for most of the game until near the end. So I'm playing down so that they can't exactly see me, although they can because of the minion, but it also just gets me closer so that I can Q an auto over the wall, still being relatively safe, that they have to use movement abilities to get onto me. And forcing them to use movement abilities allows you to just like abuse having yours still off cooldown. So again, just pumping damage. Protecting. I didn't absorb anything in the protect, but they were kind of engaging on us, so that was like generally just a decent time to deflect, because that's when Junkrat normally is gonna like pump Qs out, Greyman's gonna splash, Brightwing's gonna throw his Q, is like when they're engaging when your tank gets on somebody, so didn't end up happening there, but it's fine because I don't need to use deflect really. I just E out of there just to be safe. Start pumping out more damage. You can see I'm basically just like auto attacking as if I'm ever like alive in this game. I'm just trying to be auto attacking constantly. I don't want to get dragged again, so I leap over the wall. When I see they get the wall stun, I walk away from the mine that time. Maybe could have gone for the right wing there, but it would have been definitely risky. Clearing the camp again. Well, this is where I think we can kill the Dahaka, but he's so tanky that we realistically can't. I think we actually do kill him here. Oh, maybe not. I don't remember. But I kind of baited our team a little bit hard here, I think. Shotgun the tire to kill it. Hop over the wall so that I'm safe. Just playing safe. Dash away so that I don't get dragged. Shotgun the Greymane twice there, finish him off. Keep pumping out damage. Junkrat goes in here for like some reason, gets junked. I deflect all the Junkrat bombs, trying to pump out damage. I had to avoid the Emerald Winds because that would have been longer to get back to her. So I think I don't know that there's a bomb there, but I was trying to get onto her so that I could maybe run her down. But the trap, I mean, not the bomb. But the trap pretty much stops that plan. It's really annoying. So he just used drag, which is why I felt going so aggressive here was okay. Then I get the Dragon Blade because I just really want to finish him off. I want to try and hit both of them if I can, just to output more damage. He got his Essence charge off, so I'm never going to kill him through another full HP bar. But I can start shotgunning the Urel. And so this was a little bit over-aggressive. I think I missed some of these shurikens pretty badly, but and she gets another heal off or whatever, but I get the deflect. And now I don't have mana, so I don't have the ability to E out there, but it worked out. And then I have to recall just to get mana. Almost get stopped by the Junkrat bombs, but not quite. We just back off so we can defend, we clear the camp. We should have probably gotten our camp. I don't know, tough call. Again, I'm just going in the back line here. Like, they can't ever kill me. I deflect the Junkrat bomb. I don't want to get dragged when he comes in melee with me, so I leap over the pit. Avoid the Junkrat explosion. He just lets me channel this, which was weird. I see the damage go off, and then the trap again gets me, but I was like, it's worth it to Dragon Blade for that. 'Cause we really needed to win an objective at some point in this game. That was sad. I missed the Swift Strike on him, I think. Because I think if I had done this all earlier, I could have gone on the Dahaka there and secured that. I think our core was fine, but recalling here was fine too. Again, I'd get behind so that the Brightwing... can't believe she actually went Bubble Hearth, but... Otherwise, she would have been dead. That would have been pretty important, actually, to get that kill. I don't know what lane we go here to push is the thing. I think we called mid, but... bot and top have both like not been touched. Yeah, it's a tough call. I don't know what to do here. It's so rarely that I've ever been in this position where you actually have like 0 siege damage at 17 minutes in a game on this map. This is a really great kill for us, actually. Shotgunning structures to get Shingon damage. She's gonna stand in melee here. I'll just get Shingon damage as well. I deflect on that late after he already blows it up, but that's fine. This is where like you can see I literally like popped the talent menu open and I left clicked it like at the same time, so it is just like instantly selected there. But yeah, obviously you should go the other talent here, but I actually end up using the Pierce decently well this game, I would say. In some of the later fights. Here I can get Shingon procs. Can get the E. I deflect. Scare the kill. I think I just E away. Oh, maybe not. I was a little bit scared of the Junkrat bomb. Oh, yeah, that's where it was. Then the bombs exploded on me, so then I eat away. This is where we rotate down. I didn't know who was going to be in this bush. Wave clear, that's right. Dude, I was the Genji wave clear god this game. We were totally fine to back off after that Emerald wins, but my team kind of gets caught. See, I'm just pumping damage, pumping damage, pumping damage. This isolation, I'm pumping damage during the isolation. That stun was annoying, so then I just wait out the isolation from then on. But then I see Brightwing get chunked, and when Junkrat uses his Riptire, a lot of times they don't pay attention to their hero. So I went in immediately. I think I could have waited just like half a second, and he probably would have like not realized I was hitting him as much. It's fine. You can see I'm just like still poking them with the Pierce actually. Walks up for the Shingon for some reason. I dash away there to avoid Junkrat exploding bombs on me. I should have stepped into this bush, but I didn't. Oh, is this... I'm Genji wave clear god here. Look at this. Look at the wave clear. Use the Cyber Agility refresh to get more shuriken stacks. I don't think I needed to do that, by the way. I think I actually just wasted time. It was kind of fine, but I think I could have been here and maybe poked them off the objective. So I think that was not the greatest in hindsight. I think this is where I just actually get like blown up in this team fight. Oh yeah, I'm trying to kill this Brightwing, and then... Oh no, it's the next fight. But yeah, like they can't body block for me, really. And so now I just prioritize getting the objective. I can shuriken all the minions. It's pretty good. Get the cap. This is when I was scared that my clone was dying. So this was a little bit iffy. I'm not sure we could have defended this regardless, actually, but we at least would have had a better chance, obviously. So I'm kind of just trying to stop them from recapturing, but obviously Greymane just did it way safely on the back outer vision, which is smart. That protect was also pretty bad. Or deflect, I mean, I didn't need to do that. Pumping out damage. Cyber agility away. Just trying to pump in damage. I dodged the Junkrat. So these guys are low, and I have Swift Strike, Dragon Strike up. So I go in here, but they just immediately like CC me and blow me up. So I go in, and then I get hit by the Emerald Wind going in on this dash, which is really sad because I was trying to get the kill on the Dahaka. And then so out of this, then like I could have had like I don't know. Basically, I would have immediately had to have like dashed away this way. But I'm still trying to go aggressive because I'm like, oh, well, it's just Brightwing, right? Like she's not going to kill me. I can Dragon Blade and then deflect, but she has uh, another wave coming at me and then polymorphs me on the way out. So then the Gray Mane auto just finishes me off and I can't deflect. So that was really sad. And then I think we actually just lost from here, pretty much. I think they wait out getting the objective just to like secure it, but oh yeah, and then they get the camp, and then they just run it in. I was still trying to do what I could, just pumping out damage, but there was zero chance we won here. Deflect the Junkrat bomb again. Almost get a kill on Haka here, but that was pretty much it.